Best. This year's awardee is Nancy Obregon. As a teacher, she makes sure that every student feels loved, acknowledged, challenged, and inspired to do their best, specifically because of who they are and where they come from. These children come from the Mission, Bayview, Hunters Point, and Treasure Island. She makes sure to validate every single child's culture and life experience. Un aplauso, por favor, para Nancy Obregon.
I'd like to thank the Latino Democratic Club and all the members who worked so hard to organize this event. I am deeply honored to receive the Madrina Award for my 20 years of teaching at Leonard Flynn School. Yeah! And I have my comadres here from Leonard Flynn School, Cynthia Mesa and Eli Jordan. I'd like to begin by expressing my thanks to those who have helped me become the teacher that I am today. First and foremost, and most importantly, is my 89-year-old mother. The light of my life, who came to this country from Mexico 62 years ago as an undocumented immigrant, who later became a resident, and then at 70 became a citizen after the threat of Proposition 187. She is now a registered Democrat. Without her hard work and determination, I wouldn't be the teacher that I am today. I thank her for instilling in me a profound love of my Mexican roots and demanding that we speak Spanish at home. Because if we didn't, there was the look. La mirada. That look that she gave us, that I swear it penetrated walls. It is the essence of my classroom management that I use today, and it works every time. To my father, Ronaldo Obregon, who immigrated in the early 1950s from Nicaragua and worked in the restaurant business for over 30 years and rarely missed a day. He was the first family member to become a registered Democrat and took pride in the voting process. Although he is no longer with us, I continue to be inspired by his love of social and political justice. He came to this country as an anti-Somocista organizer and was a Sandinista till the day he died in Nicaragua. In 1977, he took me to my first march and rally in solidarity for the people of Nicaragua on Mission Street. I haven't stopped marching and rallying since then. I want to thank my brother, who for the last 20 years is always there to help me set up my classroom, pack my classroom, pack up my classroom. Most importantly, he's my biggest supporter, my cheerleader, and for taking exceptional care of our mom so that I could spend more time in my classroom. To my cousins, who many of you know, Roberto Gamino and Marta Estrella, you are and continue to be my role models. Roberto Gamino, you were the first in the family to graduate from college, and your work ethic and dedication at John O'Connell High School inspires me every day. Marta Estrella, teacher, artist, community activist, and all-around best dancer. First female to direct Carnaval. Everett Middle School, my alma mater, is so lucky to have you. Do you all remember that commercial where kids wanted to say, I want to be like Mike? Well, way before them, I wanted to be like Marta. Thank you, thank you for your guidance. So much of me comes from who you are. So this award is for all three of us. Stand up, Bob. Stand up, Marta. The three teachers of the community. I'll make it fast. I followed in their footsteps and attended San Francisco State University. I majored in liberal studies and La Raza studies. I want to thank La Raza Studies, Carlos Cordova, Dr. Carlos Cordova. Thank you. Thank you for advising me all the way through my academic career. I said it's where I learned the deep, deep, deep understanding of my history that I was never ever taught in school. In 1990, I was fortunate enough to attend Teachers College, Columbia University. I am proud to have earned a master's in curriculum and teaching. While there, I was taught best practices and models of teaching, of which I still use today. But nothing compares to the models of teaching that I learned from what I call the University of the Streets of La Misión. The one that I'm seeing disappear block by block, I believe is one of the most vibrant communities in the world. I am an organic intellectual because of the wealth of experiences from my community. That is why I chose to be a teacher. I want to make sure that now, more than ever, our children will be the keepers of our history and cultural traditions. I have taught them and continue to teach them about community arts and artists, murals, Balmy Alley, thank you Mia Gonzalez and Marta Estrella, Mission Cultural Center, thank you Dr. Cordova. My classroom will be doing an installation for Dia de los Muertos this year there. The music and the birthplace of Latin rock, my kids have performed countless times to Santana's music. Dia de los Muertos. I wrote my master's project on Dia de los Muertos in 1991, and my professor rejected it. Yeah. She said it was not a social studies curriculum. And then I asked her, did you read it? And she couldn't answer me. I said, you didn't read it. It's Dia de los Muertos. And look at it now. Disney wanted to appropriate it. So, this year our school celebrates it. Thank you, Oscar Grande and Cynthia Mesa, at the Secret Garden. It's a beautiful event, and it is reminiscent of the way that Day of the Dead used to be. Carnaval San Francisco. I danced in the first one, and I danced with Flynn for 7 years. We started the Carnival Arts Education Program, thank you Roberto Hernandez if you're there, in which my school received a yearly grant for children who could not afford costumes. And then the political and social movements. From that, we organized a Dia de la Raza. During the 187, four teachers decided to do something so that we would teach our little ones, and the only way we can do it is make it in the form of a festival. So we organized thousands of children to come to Dolores Park. We had culture clash there. And the sight was amazing. You saw hundreds, thousands of flags and children dressed in their traditional clothes. And one little boy right beside me, whose mother still works at mi pueblo making pupusas, was right behind me and says, Ms. Obregon, I have never felt so proud to be Salvadoreño. So I teach because, and I'm going to use this quote that I found on Facebook, knowledge of your ethnicity, heritage, and language should make you feel empowered and not limited. Hold on, I'm almost done. I continue to teach after all these years, not because the pay is great, because it's pitiful, but because I'm inspired by our children's resilience, courage, persistence, compassion, and resourcefulness, none of which are measured by standardized tests. I think of my students like the young man who came into my 4th grade and could not stop talking about books. His parents immigrated from Guatemala, and neither had the opportunity to go to school, yet this little boy loved reading. I recommended him to a program that would offer him a scholarship for a private middle school. While in the 4th grade, he translated all the documents for his parents who could not read or write. He was accepted to one of the city's most prestigious private schools. Both parents supported every step of his academic success until fate took a terrible twist. His mother was diagnosed with a terminal illness.